Yeah, man, say all praises and honor unto Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Kakadash. And double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Greatman Stone. Shalom to all the brothers out there across the world and pushing this truth in all sincerity and all honesty. And shalom also to the few sisters out there. Yeah, this is a brother from the James Jamaica camp. Yashamai. I know I do exaltation, for all the Akiums, hopeful look out there, stay in this truth. Right, because we have to constantly, remind each other of the importance, of basically, stay in this truth and finish the work, right? Because that's basically the end goal, is to finish the work so we can, receive, the reward that Yahweh Shemir Shai, promise unto us, is us, get the vision, seeing Yahweh Shai, crown the elect, right? We know it's a difficult part, and as the time go by, all the afflictions, trials and all these things, we come with the truth, but we still have to hold on until the end, right? We have to constantly, as people say, we have to constantly set that mind right and constantly endure, right? We have to constantly endure, always come with this truth, right? We have still have that same fire, like in the early days, when it comes to the truth, we still have to keep that fire same way, right? Because if I speak about one, this the sweet and also the bitter part, right? Because when it does come to the truth, we start learning certain things. You have that, that sweet is because you start, realize that actually you are a prince of the power, because the Israel mean he prince power, right? Because this society don't taught us nothing, right? Almost basically be a servant or a slave, to the so-called white man or to the system. So we find this truth now, just come to this truth, we learn a lot. Because now we start realizing that we are the true biblical Israelite, the people in the scripture and all these things. And over a period of time, start to learn the bitter side, right? The trials and all the temptation, we come with this truth, right? So we have to keep that same fire like when we just forward in our early days, until the end. Because the work not finish until we finish the work, in other words, So no matter how long we basically been in this truth, we still have to finish the work, right?
St. John 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth shall make you free.
Yes, and Yahweh shall say we shall know the truth, and the truth shall make us free. Right? Free from this slavery mindset or this, plantation Christianity. Because that's basically what we taught in this society. Revelation, I think Revelation 10 and 8.
This is book of Revelation 10, verse 8.
Right?
It says, and the voice which I heard from heaven spake unto me again, and said, go and take the little book,
Which is the Bible,
which is open in the hand of the angel which standeth upon the sea and upon the earth. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey.
yes, it's supposed to make our belly bitter, meaning our mind bitter. Because the bitter side, is basically the side where a lot of, Israelites don't want to deal with, because of the harder side to deal with. The sweet part, knowing the truth, and you start to learn certain things, in the early days when you come to the truth. But afterwards, you start learning the bitter side, and you have to constantly endure the bitter part. Right? So you're supposed to make thy mouth, sweet as honey. But they're going to make your belly, mean your mind, bitter. Because your mind is like, your belly consume things, consume information. Start making bitter all the things that they come with.
Right. Say Ecclesiastes 1 and 18. It says, for in much wisdom is much grief.
Right.
And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
Yes, people say he that increaseth knowledge also increase sorrow. Right, so the Heavenly Father not just give us knowledge and not give us, the bitter side, because it comes with it, hand in hand. Right? get all the information, you know, the secret, you know, are the hidden things, are the dark sayings of the scripture. They also come with afflictions too. That's the balance with it, yo. You have a bitter side, and you have a sweet side. And the bitter side that we hard to deal with. You know, a lot of, you know, Hebrew Israelites, they don't teach a sweet side, they don't teach a bitter side. We have to teach both, because it come with both, yo. The sweet and the bitter. So people say, with much wisdom is much grief, and he that increaseth in wisdom also increases sorrow. Right? Increases knowledge. Right, go on? Go on.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Yeah, because we live in a society, you know, we're governed by wickedness. Right? You know, the mass majority of people, they just do what you know, their mind tell them, our east side, you know, which is so-called white man, you know, give to them. That Alistair Crowley philosophy, do what thou will. So you don't have a try to live a righteous life, have to walk, you know, on a straight and narrow path. It's a very difficult thing to do. Right? So she said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, you're supposed to prepare our mind. Right? Go on. Temptation. Go on.
Set thy heart aright.
Set your mind aright. The word heart, go back to the Hebrew word lab, which basically means mind. Go on.
And constantly endure.
And constantly endure, because we have to endure all the things that will come with being in this truth until the end. As we mentioned earlier, Lord said, he that endure until the end, the same shall be saved. Right, go on.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Go on.
It says, cleave unto him,
Go on.
and depart not away.
Depart not away. Right? Hold on to the end. Yeah. Pray for that faith. Hold on, you know, until the end. Right? Go on.
That thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Go on.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
God.
It says, for a goal is tried in the fire.
For gold is tried in the fire. Go on.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
And acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So this truth comes with a lot of affliction, as I mentioned. In First Peter, I think 1 Peter 1:7, speak about the fiery trial which is to try you. Right? So the Heavenly Father will prove us, you know, through all the things that we have to go through in this society. You know, the purify. Though the outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. So all the things that we are going through is basically purify our spirit. You know, make us strong, spiritually and mentally. Right, go on.
This 1 Peter 1:7 says that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold,
God,
that perisheth, though it be tried with fire,
God,
might be found unto praise and honor and glory. It says, at the appearing of a Mashiach Yahushua.
God. So if you handle the work unto the end, you know, right, you're not going to regret in the work you put in over the years, you know, being in this truth. But you have to finish your work. Right? What God is a reward at the end of this year. Yeah, what?
Where's that? Second Corinthians.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 4.
Verse 6. No, verse 16.
16.
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 4. 16. It says, 2 Corinthians 4 and verse 16.
One.
It says, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish.
Yes, people say though our outward man perishes in flesh. Right? Because in his body, you know, we go through a lot of things, you know, certain sickness, right? You know, certain afflictions, you know, daily. You know, or if it's not one thing in this society, it's the other. Right? You're going through something in this society because we live in a society where, you know, built to oppress our people. Right? So if it's not one thing, it's the other. You're going through, you know, living in this society. So supposed to do outward man perishes in flesh. Go on.
Just like the scripture says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Good.
For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me.
Good.
Which is this word. Yahushua said, I send me another comforter. So it's a word what we use to comfort ourselves in this time. See? Because if the food that we eat, water we drink, the air we breathe, everything, see, affect with. Hear something. And even the things that we are seeing in front of our eyes daily. Yeah? It says 2 Corinthians 4 and 16 says, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day.
The scripture says, yet, although the outward man perishes the flesh, yet the inward man, which is the spirit, is renewed day by day. Right? So day by day, our spirit renew. So we become stronger, spiritually.
And it says, for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Yeah.
It says, while we look not at the things which are seen.
Yes, that's why we look not at the things which are seen, because everything we're looking upon right now is temporary. Right? Scriptures even say, supposed to envy, the wicked thing, when basically again now we're having this society. Go on.
It says, while we look not at the things which are seen,
Go on.
but at the things which are not seen,
Which is the kingdom.
for the things which are seen are temporal,
Yeah.
but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Oh, so the things which are not seen, which is the kingdom to come, is eternal, forever. Right? And basically we have to constantly remind each other, though we have to through, all different type of things, living in Babylon, we have to constantly remind each other, everything we're looking upon right now come to an end, soon. Right? And in the kingdom, we're not going to ever worry about nothing at all, we're not going to ever in need and want of nothing again. Right? So you're going to live, life forever and ever. You can live forever and ever, not like on this side. Right?
2 Peter 3 and 10 it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall be passed away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yes, people say the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, who not watching. Right, the mass majority, a two-thirds of people, distracted right now, all the confusion of this society, they're going to catch him sudden. Right, catch him unaware.
And
Right, earlier on, brother, the scripture says that which is seen is temporal. And you scripture say, the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens are going to pass out with a great noise. Continue, brother.
and the earth also.
Read back from 10 again.
2 Peter 3 verse 10.
Go on.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night,
Go on.
in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yeah, the elements are going to melt with fervent heat.
See?
And we're going to get nuked by high CBM missile. The society is going to get destroyed completely.
It says,
Right, go on.
it says, the earth also and the works that are therein
Yeah.
shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought he to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Yeah, what mindset is supposed to be in you? What we are about. What? Seeing all these things happening. What?
Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Shem Yoshai.
Yeah, so we're supposed to look on a years and days here. Supposed to years and days to get the result of the society.
It says, where in the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, see? And the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. See?
Right.
Nevertheless, we are according to his promise.
Yeah, nevertheless, we are according to his promise, according to, promise, how about Shemeshah promise us. Go on.
According to his promise, look for a new heaven.
So we're looking for a new heaven, a righteous kingdom, with a righteous ruler. He shall rule this world in wickedness. Lord Yahushai, he's going to rule the kingdom to come in righteousness. So we're looking for a righteous kingdom, a righteous ruler. Right? Go on.
For a new heavens and a new earth,
Go on.
wherein dwelleth righteousness. See?
Go on.
Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent.
Be diligent. So we must constantly push it through. Right? Go on.
I'm calling an lecture short.
Go on. You can't get that in the finish. Go on.
See? Be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless.
Go on.
See?
Right. Second Peter, I believe 1 and 10.
So, 2 Peter 1 verse 10.
Go on.
It says, wherefore, says, wherefore, rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Somebody say we're supposed to give diligence to make our call in an election sure, because call to the truth. Because many are called, but few are chosen. So we work now, finish until, you know, how shall I say it that? So we have to constantly push this through until the end. Right? No matter how much you do in the past, this work still not finished. So we have to finish the work. Right? I'm hoping and pray to have Ashmere Shai, you know, continue and push this truth until the end. Right? Because you know, that's basically the main thing. One?
It says, for if you do these things,
Done.
you shall never fall.
Gone. If you do these things, you shall never fall. Right? And constantly, you know, stay in the spirit and push this truth. So we shall never fall. Right? Fine pass. Right, so that I say all praises and honor to Yahweh, for Hashem Yahushua, for Hashem Kodesh, and double honors to the apostles, to the elders of Pilgrim Stone, Shalom, to all the brothers and also to the few sisters, yeah, Shalom.
Shalom.